Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special...
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
33-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's good for a shot.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 21 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Brings up third down and 7.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Darnold's
down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Darnell Mooney. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good for another Chicago Bears.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he finds Montgomery complete.
Darnold's pass.
And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down.
Gain of 5. Brings up second and...
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Bears 3, Monty's nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
Well, I know one thing. In baseball, you want to have your closer, right, to finish off games. How about finishing off a season? Last week, Week 16, he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week as he looks forward to this one here to close out the year.
And, of course, he'll have the playoffs to look forward to. Already clinched a berth there, but indeed a great Week 16. That catch good for only a couple. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Toronto.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
On the play by Kyle Fuller.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Ball carried by number 20.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And a Toronto first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The pass.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin.
The pass complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37.
First down, Toronto.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
Complete to Mecole Hardman.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Mounties.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now. It's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing quickly, Darnold. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
39-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They run, Montgomery, and he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Number 27.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
57.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Toronto first down.
They'll throw now on the final play. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Bears 6.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At
Montgomery.
7-yard line.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Number 32, David.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Brought him down. It's a gain of 4.
Darnold from the gun.
3rd and 2.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sam Darnold.
Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
By Quan Alexander. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery.
Darnold's pass.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case,
Darnold, he lost the football.
Sam Darnold sacked.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, on first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Quan Alexander charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive. And under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and
to throw is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Again, Darnold. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 48-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Toronto.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Samuel, complete.
The pass.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bears will get the football back. Darnold on 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Bears.
To the air again, Darnold. And he finds a man on a crossing route.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
57, Mike 57.
To throw again on second down. Darnold, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will stop right around the 25.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put